Mr. David Andrews in the house, and Mr. Andrews, it's great to have you in northeastern Pennsylvania here today. Big doings in the league this season, a milestone year for the league.
Well, it certainly is. 75 years of continuous play is really a landmark in many ways. The league has such a great history, more than 100 players that have gone on to the Hockey Hall of Fame, and of course thousands of players have gone on to play in the National Hockey League, and so many fans that have gone to games in so many cities over 75 years, and here we are. Probably stronger than we've ever been before with 30 teams for the first time in our history. So we're looking forward to celebrating our history and looking forward to a really productive and positive year for our league.
When you came on as president back in the mid-1990s, did you ever foresee 30 American Hockey League teams, one for each NHL club? Was that a goal that you saw, and what does that mean to have that realized now?
Probably in '94, that wasn't something that I was seeing on the horizon. I mean, we were just looking to survive at that point. We were in a lot of very small markets, and a lot of our businesses were really struggling. And so we set some goals for ourselves and tried to expand our league and move into some new markets and generate some new ownership and really strengthen our relationship with the National Hockey League and become a player development league, specifically a sort of tool to develop players for the NHL and further that relationship. And we did that, and one thing led to another. And then in 2001, we took over the International Hockey League and have created something that's really got great value for our fans and for our players and for the NHL. But this was one of the cities that really was one of the original moves. I mean, I came in '94, and it took us a few years to get it done, but we made a commitment to this area and to the politicians in this area with respect to putting an anchor tenant into the new building when it was built, if it was going to be built. And boy, what a success story. I mean, this has been one of the great franchises in the American Hockey League for 12 years, as you say. It's so well run, and it's been so well supported by fans. It's one of the franchises that has helped us grow our league and pointing to the success here and looking at new markets and saying you can be like Wilkes-Barre Scranton. So we're very fortunate to have had this franchise and this fan base be so successful over the last 12 years.
And we'll talk a little bit later about what's been going on here around not just Mohegan Sun Arena itself, but where we are here sitting down to do this interview. Speaking of this team and the division, Mr. Andrews, what about the teams that are coming in this year, Oklahoma City and especially Charlotte? I think we're going to finally see a geographic rivalry with the Norfolk Admirals and make it even more competitive than it's been.
Well, for sure, the Norfolk fans are excited about having Charlotte in the league. They have a history going back in the old ECHL, and it was a real rivalry. And the Charlotte Checkers play in the NBA building in Charlotte. They've got great ownership. There's an obviously great synergy with the Carolina Hurricanes as their affiliates. So we're looking for big things in Charlotte, and I think between Norfolk and Charlotte, it'll be a good rivalry. Good trips for teams going down there, being able to catch two teams on a trip instead of just one. So I think it's going to be really successful in Charlotte. We're looking forward to that. And Oklahoma City is another really good hockey market traditionally in the old Central League, and another good building and another team that has another market that has great hockey history. So with the Edmonton Oilers in there, and obviously the geographic fit with Texas, with San Antonio, and with Houston is really good. So those are two great additions to our league, and we think they'll both be very successful.
Yeah, it's really fanned out nicely. And getting back to Wilkes-Barre Scranton here, Mr. Andrews, if you could just talk about your tour of this new facility here at the ice rink at Cole Street. This was something that I know Jeff Barrett and the entire city of Wilkes-Barre has been working on for quite some time. We were very excited to move the offices in here, and I'm more excited to see the guys coming out of camp for the first time when they walk in here, what they're going to get to see.
Well, the facility is fantastic. I don't know that there's any team in our league, other than perhaps the Toronto Marlies, who are in the Toronto Maple Leafs training facility, that have a better facility than this. The office space is fantastic for the employees and for the staff. The training facility is great for the players. And I think, as importantly, this arena for the sort of future of youth hockey in the region is going to be very, very important, and the involvement of the Penguins with youth hockey is going to be very important. One of the things we're very proud of is if you look at all of our cities across the U.S. and Canada, our teams are so involved in helping grow the sport at the youth hockey level. And this is an obvious testament to that. To have a facility and to have the Penguins managing a facility that's going to help grow the game in the region is really important. But it's a beautiful, beautiful facility and really well done, really well thought out, and it's going to be something that's going to have real value for everybody, from youth hockey players to the professional players with the Penguins to all of you employees who have a nicer spot to work in.
Well, it's an honor to have you in the building, Mr. Andrews. It's great to see you again, and on behalf of our entire organization and staff, we congratulate you too on being named one of the recipients of the Lester Patrick Trophy in the National Hockey League. Very big honor for you, and we look forward to seeing you during the season.
Great. Thank you very much.